In this video, I found out my electric start kit will never work, and I had to completely destroy my computer in the process, is what some of you have been waiting for me to say. But in this video, I'm going to go over the math on why this actually works perfectly fine. So to start off, let's imagine this is a drawing of your motor. You have your crank, you have your clutch, and then you have your kickstart shaft. Each of these have a gear on them, with a specific amount of teeth. And for this demonstration, we can consider the clutch an idler gear, which basically means it doesn't really do anything. Now, gear ratios kind of confuse me, so I'm going to explain this a little bit differently. Let's imagine that every time the crank gear turns once, the gear on the kickstart turns about 0.6 of a rotation, so a little over half. As long as we know the starting conditions of the crank, we can figure out exactly how much force we need to put into the kickstart shaft to start the bike. And that is these numbers right here. Now, if we compare these numbers to my motor fresh out of the box, it won't actually work. But if we put a 12-to-1 gear reduction on my motor, then my motor can produce a higher torque and RPM than what's needed to start the bike. And this number does include about an 80% efficiency for losses in the transmission of this power. So theoretically, with a 12-to-1 gear reduction and a proper transmission of power, my motor should be able to start my bike easy peasy. This being said, the reduction of 12-to-1 is new information to me. Before I really did these numbers, I thought it was going to be about 25-to-1. So I need to look into a different way to get this reduction. And right now I'm thinking I might do a planetary gearbox. I don't know for sure though, just putting that out there. But if I went with a planetary gearbox, I could put that straight to the face of the motor. And then all I would have to do to connect it to the kickstart shaft would be to have some bevel gears. And those would have a way smaller footprint over there, which is really exciting because then your boot won't hit anything, which is kind of something I'm leaning towards. In my next video, I'm going to reassemble my printer and start working on this new gear reduction.